Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you very much for having us. I'm going to be representing the creative part of this whole panel. Can't hear me? Yeah, so I just said my name's Sixtine Crutchfield. You can see it right there, but I'm going to be representing the creative part of this two-day really, really interesting panel. So thank you again, ONUART and ONUAC, for hosting this. It was most enlightening. A lot can be said about AI. You can agree or disagree, but I think at the end of the day, what Edward Solana just said is this little thing here and these fingers are what controls it. So you can turn off the plug anytime you're scared or anytime you don't want it anymore. It'll keep working. There's a yin and a yang. There's a good and a bad. There's in everything that we do. And just to tell Nihal a little bit about art, as an art historian, I can tell you that appropriation, copying, IP has been since the ancient Greeks. It's not a problem. That's how students learn, is by copying others. What's wrong is selling it, and that's the 20th century invention. It's the commercial thing, selling it under the wrong name, but that's a different story. So I'd like to introduce with us, I'm the art director of Wise.art, which is a platform on another subject matter, and we do use AI as well, but it's more to do with crypto and blockchain, so I won't be very long on that. But on this platform, we have very professional artists who live from their art. That's one of the conditions to being on the platform, so they are professionals. Most of them are traditional artists using the tools that come up with progress, and AI is one of them. It was IT before that, and digital art, and before that it was photography and film and video, and then even draftsmanship and painting. So on my right we have Devy Man. He's a film director, many times awarded for his last film called The Three Gates of Wisdom, which we shall see. And if Tech would like to, thank you very much, back office or backstage, to show the movie. And Devy can tell you all about the story, but also why he's using AI and how he's using it. And to raise awareness amongst artists, you should not be afraid. This is just a tool. And again, this is what controls it, and it's human. So Devy, do you want to tell us a little bit more about how you did it and why?
Yes, of course. This project called The Three Gates of Wisdom has been written. It's a metaphoric tale written by Charles Brûlart, a Swiss author. And I have transformed this story into a movie thanks to the use of artificial intelligence, and I have made an animation movie entirely made on a smartphone. I wanted to show and to open the space for children, for people who have just a phone, a little machine, and to show this example that people can use just a part of AI, not always totally, but as well, something that can improve a message through AI. And this is really a choice that we need to make, and to defend causes. And it's really something important. Sorry, I've been losing the... So this revolution should be absolutely embraced. And AI filmmaking is democratizing the industry in a way we have never seen before. It's allowing marginalized voices to tell stories that would have never been considered marketable by traditional studios before. Causes that were once seen as too niche, too risky, or not profitable. Whenever it's indigenous rights, neurodiversity, climate justice, or post-colonial narratives, now there is a platform. AI removes some of the financial and technical barriers so creators can take bold risks. Of course, we need to stay vigilant about ethics and representation, but this is a creative liberation, not a threat. So this revolution should absolutely be embraced, but with awareness. AI in filmmaking opens creative doors we never thought possible. It allows stories to be told in new languages, formats, and perspectives. However, it also challenges our notion of authorship, originality, and labor. The fear comes from losing control or undervaluing human creativity, but if we use AI as a tool, not a replacement, it can expand the artistic process rather than diminish it. Many people are fearing about losing their job because of this new technology, when in fact they could potentially be replaced by someone who is using AI as a tool.
Thank you. I think that encompasses very, very well and covers all the different aspects of what we talked about in the last 48 hours. Tell us a little bit, Devy, about how you promote it. You're the founder of an AI festival. Is that competition to the normal film festivals?
Totally. I am artistic director of the AI Film Awards, and it's a worldwide competition of AI movies where we receive video clip, documentaries, short and long films, so every kind of audio-visual content. The AI Film Award is important because it gives space and visibility to a new generation of creators who are merging technology and storytelling in bold, disruptive ways. It's not just about films, it's about redefining what cinema can be in the age of machine collaboration. Festivals like Cannes, as well, are watching closely, or Oscars. Some are cautious, others are curious, but they know the future is shifting, and eventually they'll have to evolve too. The question isn't if, but when they will embrace AI-generated or AI-assisted work on their main stages.
Okay, that's again very useful for promotion, and I know there's been strikes in Hollywood, etc. But I think, as we've all said in the last 48 hours, this technology is here to stay. It's already here, and it's not going to go anywhere. So we need to embrace it. Furthermore, I'd like to introduce Sorensen, aka Dorian Gray. He's a interpreter, songwriter, lyrics writer, composer, musician, drums and keyboards, everything you want to know about music.
Creator of the world.
Ask him. I know his repertoire quite well, and will be delighted at the end of this session to hear him sing live. So we're very, very privileged. But in the meantime, I know you've been working with AI quite a bit on a project called 20 Version Song with a collaborator and the use of AI, of course. So do you want to elaborate a little bit on what you did?
Yeah. Thank you for having me today. Thank you, Devy, for actually saying pretty much everything about it, because it's the same with the sound, same as with the image. First of all, like you said, Sixtine, there's nothing to fear about. It's just a tool. End of the 90s, there was the birth of MP3 with Napster. The music went from being physical to volatile, and we all we were fearing for ourselves and for the music. Yes, it became volatile. We can steal music for sure, but then we had to find a replacement tool and tools, and AI came later, but today it's really helping us. And the 20-song project is actually my last single, Souvenir, who came out a year ago. I did some promotion in Switzerland, television, etc. You know, this friend from the past, we were working at a radio station together, national radio. He's a great AI tech guy, and he offered me to actually, you know, reproduce 90 more times my song in different genres. And actually, images speak more than 1,000 words, so we can maybe show this small clip, and we will have examples. So it's not like with Devy, it's not about the eyes. You have to close the eyes and listen to the music. And we have 3 different versions of my song. First of all, we have my song, and then how it was declined with different versions. And that's really interesting and breathtaking, because the result is just amazing.
But before we start, Can you just add as well? before we start is add that you worked with AI, but then you finalized the version. You did not just, project what AI gave you. You worked it again.
I worked it again, and that's where I can place my amazing metaphor. It's all about ethics and morals. I mean, it's like with a knife, you can cut bread or kill someone. I think what is important is who are you and what are your intentions when you wake up in the morning. So knife, AI, phones, whatever you use, microwave, it is just your intentions. So yes, the goal was to have AI in between the process. So I really composed a song and wrote the words. Then it went through the AI oven, and like I also said, if you put something bad in the oven, it comes out bad once it's baked, So the human being is always before everything. And then I worked, this was the third stage, I worked on the song again to finalize it. But then I did something else with the lyrics of the second song I'm going to sing live, but that I explain in a bit.
Okay, we look forward to the surprise. Are you able to put the clip on?
Bonsoir Sorensen,
Bonsoir.
alias Dorian Gray, nouveau single, Souvenir. Souvenir de quoi?
D'une vie entière, d'un moment, d'une chanson qui était restée morte dans l'ordinateur pendant 3 ans et demi, pendant toutes les étapes de cette satanée pandémie.
Become a souvenir, just another memory of your heart, living in a corner of your mind. One day to the next, I become your biggest fear, living like a thief just in a flash, without giving us a chance to find our way. I became a souvenir, just another memory in your heart, living in a corner of your mind. Fear, you are infected by your own anxieties, denying all the bullying.
Okay, so I think that gives you a clear example of what AI can achieve. It also offers different audiences, like we went from Spanish to Bollywood. We should have done Chinese, sorry about that, next time.
We should have.
And I think the advantage is also for the audience. Like if you, as an interpreter of a song or as a songwriter, I know that in the past it's always very flattering when somebody else interprets your song. Usually people are happy about that. But if you can imagine that, a song that could have been popular in England with the pop era can now be sung by a Russian choir, for example, I think that's, without all the the expense that you have to go through with the Philharmonic Orchestra, etc., etc. So as a start, as a tool, I think definitely it shouldn't be a threat. So how do you plan to promote that? How do you, Soren, I mean, your idea is to share that, right?
I'm going to use AI to promote AI, I guess. But with the jazz version, we had this, I mean, the example is crazy. When I heard that for the first time doing music since 30 years, I was like mesmerized. I mean, it's really like you would be in New York with a real jazz singer. And yeah, that, I mean, the example says it all. And I'm going to promote it the best way possible, always reassuring people, because I have a musician friend. He said to me, I will still play with you, but not when AI is involved. And I was like, what's the difference with before? We were always doing like layers in studio, and sometimes you play different instruments during a session. I mean, it's a relative thing. Again, it's about your intentions. I'm not afraid about AI.
Well, that's good to hear. The other thing is, as I said earlier, art is a vector for messages, and one of the things that's interesting, and I'll come back to Devy with that, is that actors and even filmmakers for documentaries. Just recently, I was part of a jury for the AI Film Awards in Paris, and there was a production about a documentary about a subject which is a bit complicated, which dealt with health issues, etc., which I think a lot of people are quiet about. And it can be cancer, it can be kidney failure, it could be whatever you want. But the lady was the producer of that film, for which she used AI, said, I could not have done that with real actors, and I could have not conveyed the message about this ailment, which is an embarrassing mental thing, without the use of AI, because nobody would have wanted to act that, nobody had written the script, etc. And what was funny is that in that particular clip, at the end, she, as a film maker, producer, goes to, I think it's the BAFTA Awards in England, and gets a prize. But that was also created by AI. So in fact, the critical thinking came up that she won something, and AI decided. Is that right?
Yes, totally right. We can see 100 movies per month, and we are making a ceremony with the AI Film Awards worldwide. And we see really different projects with different, I would say, style. And it's amazing how people can use this to really bring something new into the creative process.
Okay, so that leaves us, I'm like Nihal, sorry, thank you. Like Nihal, I'm precise on time, so that leaves you 2 minutes to set up and to perform. And before we end off, I'd like to again thank everybody for being here, and it's been fascinating these last 2 days, so I look forward to seeing the replays.
Yeah, I'm just going to explain what I did with the next song. So I'm a songwriter, lyrics and music, and also an activist. And I was thinking, what subject could reunite us all? You know, it's not going to be politics or religion. I was like looking for this subject for so many years, and it was all around us. Kids dying at war, dying during conflicts, and also genocide. So I was like, am I going to write these lyrics myself? It's so tricky when you try to blend pop music with, great causes. There's a great chance you're going to fail. So I asked ChatGPT, actually, with prompting the best way possible, to write lyrics about that theme for me. And the result was so amazing that I cried. And I'm going to try to sing these lyrics for you now live. The song is called In Her Father's Arms, and I'm going to dedicate the song to someone called Francesca Albanese. In a land where shadows never sleep, beneath a sky that seems to weep, she danced with joy in fields of green. Her heart's a pure, soul serene. But war came down like a storm so wild and stole the laughter from the child. She danced with joy in fields of green, a heart so pure and so serene. But now she sleeps in her father's arms, sheltered from the world's alarms. A quiet breath, a final tear, innocence lost to greed and fear. The wind will cry, the stars will mourn for the little girl who rise no more, who rise no more, the little girl who rise no more. Her father holds her, shattered still. The weight of silence, the bitter chill. A love so strong but powerless in the face of war's cruel emptiness. But now she sleeps in her father's arms, sheltered from the world's alarms. A quiet breath, a final tear, innocence lost to greed and fear. The winds will cry, and the stars will mourn for the little girl who will rise no more, who will rise no more, the little girl who will rise no more. In her father's arms. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.